Ambazonia, special loyalty. Praise to our Savior who granted us the freedom. Allegiance to the hero who called the lonely diablo. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in a nation, flowing rivers and holy. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of this nation.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and good day to all Ambazonians on ground zero, in the diaspora, and anywhere they find themselves in the globe. All my place a day. I am your humble servant, Dr. Julius Nyih, the Vice President of the Ambazonian Council. I come here today to salute you all, especially the population on ground zero, our brave, valiant soldiers on zero, our stars and our unwavering prisoners of wars in the dungeons of La République and other countries around the globe who support directly the fascist regime in Yaoundé. I am cognizant of your unwavering stance in these dungeons. I am cognizant of your yearning to return home for our displaced persons out of the territory. I know our refugees in Cameroun and other parts of Africa and the world look forward to the day to return as triumphant victors against illegal occupation. In the last 8.5 years since Biya declared war in this last phase of our resistance against Cameroun's unlawful occupation, subjugation, maiming, and killing of our people, you have shown resilience. You have humbled the internationally trained Bears and Cameroonian forces, both in civilian attire and in their military attire. You have stood your ground against a fascist regime ruled by Paul Biya in Cameroon. Through your God-given wit and perseverance, you have moved from wavering tree branches to humbling the enemy in the grasslands and the forest regions of Ambazonia. You have won. We have won. We have defeated Cameroun on the battlefield because all Cameroun knows is violence. All Cameroun knows is bribery, corruption, and if you fail to succumb to that, Cameroun forcefully disappears you and sends you to the gates of hell. But in the last 8 years and counting, we have shown Cameroun that we can match them method for method, idea for idea, strategy for strategy. Our block by block strategy has spread them wide and thin, and that has allowed us to defeat them against their widest dream. And I can assure you, fellow country women and men, that even the most die-hard hardliners within Cameroun have come to the realization, and they have accepted within the fascist CPDM regime, they have accepted to our international partners that yes, the military solution cannot solve the war between Ambazonia and Cameroun. For long, we had told them, for long, we have shown them through our actions that militarily they cannot lord over Ambazonia, they cannot govern Ambazonia. We have shown them in the cracks, we have shown them in the vulnerabilities, we have shown them in the body bags that we send to Akonolinga that you cannot, you will not, and you never, ever lord it over Ambazonia. We are gone. We are gone because the triad approach, self-defense, targeted diplomacy, and community mobilization, engineered and instituted by the Ambazonian Governing Council through its leadership, Dr. Cho Lucas Ayaba, has been the winning strategy. In the absence of the protection of Ambazonian civilians by the international community, the Ambazonian Governing Council invoked the responsibility to protect by deploying the Ambazonia Defense Forces and other sister forces to protect our civilian population. In the absence of the willingness of Cameroun to negotiate, which has always been our default position, we took upon ourselves to defend the maiming, the killings, the burning of villages, the destruction of properties, the burning of schools, and other infrastructures by Cameroon military. We knew that through our self-defense postures, we will make the territory ungovernable. We will increase the cost of occupation, and that cost of occupation keeps rising. Cameroon is failing economically and financially, and Cameroon is unable to raise funds in the international arena. Cameroon has thought that through force, it was going to force us to abide, to undertake its curriculum of education. They were going to force us to participate in sham elections. In the last 8 years and counting, Ambazonia has never participated in any colonial elections, and these elections will be no different. Today, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights issued a scathing statement against Cameroon and elections, that the elections in Cameroon are not going to be free. The environment for elections has been turned into a battlefield through violence, through arrest, and through curtail of freedoms. That is the only game Cameroon knows. And therefore, Ambazonia is not going to legitimate any foreign elections. Ambazonia is not going to legitimate by participating in any campaigns. During election periods and during school reopenings, has deployed so many forces. They have deployed extra forces. They have withdrawn some of their forces in the north and have deployed them in plain clothes and in uniform within Ambazonia to show strength and power that they can open schools, to show strength and power that Ambazonia can participate in their campaigns and elections, which are mostly done through cardboard presentation of their strongest man, the fascist Paul Biya, who his ministers themselves have been unable to see him or to talk to him for the last 3 years. But he's been presented as a cardboard so that Ambazonia helps them to legitimize the fraud. We knew from the onset that these elections were a fraud. Although the UN has validated that scheme today through the spokesman, Volker Turk, we knew that elections in Cameroon weren't going to be fair. They have never been. The first time you voted in February 1961, your independent state was taken away from you. The second time you voted in 1972, a gentleman's arrangement of a federal system was carted away. The last time you voted in 1992, in order to bring sanity, not only to Ambazonians, but to help Cameroonians achieve freedom, your victory was stolen from you. Ever since then, the so-called opposition have learned through the hard way that the ballot box doesn't count in Cameroon. Through our existence with education has never provided you any opportunities. Rather, they have graduated you to a bribery system in order to gain opportunities. So, for the safety of our people, for the protection of our civilian population, for sanity to always reign in Ambazonia when schools are supposed to resume in La République next week, we have taken extraordinary steps in order to put our people away from harm's way. We have gone the extra mile to make sure that our people are not used as pawns within the fight in Cameroon between the different factions. We have declared that we will lock down our borders from the 2nd of October to the 15th so that our people are protected. They don't participate in the sham elections that the UN itself has declared in today's statement by Volker Turk, in order to make sure that, as we've done in the past, we don't participate in any elections. We have also taken the extraordinary step to declare a lockdown from next week, Monday. The lockdown would go for 3 weeks in order to protect our civilians from the atrocities of the extra forces of La République that they have deployed in Ambazonia to show the international community that they are still in control. It's a facade. It's a sham. Ambazonian people are the authors of their own destiny. Ambazonian people are the true owners of their land. You have to stay home. You have to not participate in any campaigns, in any sham educational system to defend the victory that you have made. We have made enormous sacrifices in the last 8 years and counting. We have won Cameroon on the battlefield, in the international diplomacy arena. We have won Cameroon in communications, in community mobilization, and we thank you all for all you have done. We want you to show the international community, to show Cameroon itself that despite the deployment of extra forces, you are unbowed. You will not succumb to their mechanizations. You will not succumb to their fake return to normalcy, to their fake reconstruction, to their fake show that you support the non-existent fascist president in Cameroon. And as such, I urge you all to boycott Cameroon's school resumption, to boycott Cameroon's campaign towards its election, to fully boycott the elections as we've done in the past. Any elections by any external party are a non-starter in Ambazonia. Upon full independence, free and fair elections as our forefathers had, free and fair transition of power as our forefathers had, will be instituted under the rightful watch of our people. Fellow Ambazonians, we have gone thus far. We are close. There is something on the table for you, and at the appropriate time, you would see it. We are coming together as a people, as leaders, in order to chart the transition forward. I call upon you all to be vigilant, to stay away from La Republique's machinations, to stay away from La Republique schemes in order to legitimize its own power in its own country. We have been, we are, we have restored our sovereignty. We need to defend it with all our might. I hail all of you, the supporters of the leadership revolution. I hail all of you, the contributors and the supporters of your defense forces. And I ask you all to be at alert. Hold the line and stay firm. Victory is yours to take. Cameroon is defeated. Hail, hail this land of glory.
We the Ambazonia, special loyalty, present to our Savior who granted us the freedom, and legend to the hero, for God alone we gather. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in a nation, flowing with earth and holy, glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation, a joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of His nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of His name.